going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live here on the DST show. Let's get some vibes going on because I'm technically going to be the only one here for quite a while. I'm not expecting to be alive for that long. Gonna go over some free agency updates. Of course, baseball season. If any of you fans were very upset about the lockout, it is over. Teams are allowed to make signings that you might be upset, might be happy about. I know I am about re-signing Rizzo and getting rid of some BS, but besides me getting upset, let's talk about it. Matt Ryan is traded, having a tenured in the Atlanta Falcons organization, having probably many MVP caliber seasons except winning one, and bringing his team into the Super Bowl back in Super Bowl 51 face-off against the New England Patriots, where insert their choke job. Now, Matt Ryan getting traded is a major deal, and this is probably going to compromise any thoughts of you guys thinking that Baker Mayfield's biggest option was heading over to the Colts. Dude, I don't know. Brian, this is insane. What's going on, Amari Cooper? So we can go over the details right now. The Falcons traded their longtime franchise quarterback for a 2022 third-round pick and multiple... and this is kind of insane. I mean, people would think he would go for a second and probably a couple assets. Watson to the Browns, Adams to the Raiders. Yeah, I know, this is crazy. I thought this would be too much to headline. We'll still have a lot to go over tomorrow. There's still some available free agents still currently in this insane NFL season. Von Miller, his Super Bowl appearance wasn't enough. A max contract deal. And I think Tyrann Mathieu, I don't know if he got signed yet, but Julio Jones as well can make a major chance there. Zadarius Smith, but I don't, and we know Julio Jones might be getting a bit of a minimum deal. I'm expecting $18 million because of his injuries, and he didn't have a productive year when he was on the Titans, sadly. Tyrann Mathieu still still available. Landon Collins for their backfield issues, as well as Stephon Gilmore or Tyron Armstead would be a major signing for the Colts, seeing that they've always had a history of bad offensive line. And Jameis Winston, crazy. He re-signed with the Saints? Interesting. How much? How much did he sign for? And don't worry, I'll be live again around 8 o'clock for Raw. Of course, I need my regular BS to talk, so Destructor can probably get me death next time he enters the stream. I'm being serious. I really need your earplugs next time. But yeah. And probably Jameis Winston. I don't know if he's still going to have a starting caliber spot, because we know he had the remainder of this season started by Trevor Williams and Taysom Hill. And Jameis, 2 years, $28 million? That's not going to really be that much of with $21 million guaranteed. That's nice. He doesn't have a signing bonus. He has no potential out, technically. It's not going to be a major cap hit. Marcus May. Marcus May's on the Saints. That's big. I don't know if that's really going to be a safer signing than Marcus Williams leaving. We understand that he's had some controversy. Minnesota Miracle. But Marcus May, he's been a long time Jet and kind of been the most notable guy on defense. So that's $15 million over potential out, and only a $2 million cap hit for $22 million for an average enough New York Jet that's probably going to have a Devontae Adams season. Yeah, remember him. And Ty Montgomery signed with the New England Patriots. If anybody knows where Kamara is, it's probably near the nearest penitentiary. Thoughts on people bringing back the Y2K years? What are you talking about? That actually happens? I can't believe how insane the AFC West is going to be, man. I am so ecstatic. And people still think it's going to be overrun by the Chiefs still, with Winston starting. And on paper, the best unit the Chargers ever had. I am still conflicted how that's going to work. And I don't think there's been a financial stump to the Chargers at all. All right, man. Jesus. Cesar pitched. Wow. Only 1 run in 5 innings and 5 strikeouts. That's insane. I mean, it's only spring training. It's practical preseason, but that's still pretty impressive. But I know people need to get their hits warmed up. They're gonna be a bit rusty over the lockout, thinking that. I don't know. I'm just feeling like this is gonna be a pretty strikeout year. Like, it's gonna be really revolving on pitching this season, especially if a lot of pitchers use the hub. Could be a career year. So that leaves only Allen Robinson signing a 3-year, 46-year deal. They lost Darius Williams. Sebastian Joseph is now a Charger. It's like leaving the Bloods for the Crips, to be honest. And Johnny Hecker goes to Carolina. He's a notable punter, and a very good one at that. And Brandon Powell, I think he's still going to be there for a 1-year contract. And no one cares about Manon. I don't know what other NFL recent signings we got. And I want to see what are the best contracts given so far. And one was Carlton Davis returning to the Buccaneers for $45 million for 3 years. Russell Gage to the Bucs for $30 million for 3 years. DJ Jones, that's insane, for $30 million for 3 years. Teddy Bridgewater, Tyrod Taylor, and Mitchell providing insurance. So they're really saying that most of these franchises, especially the Giants, made an insurance signing with the freaking Giants. I mean, we're getting Tyrod Taylor. No, they literally got security. So if they're starting QB, probably for most of these guys that were just named, that are probably going to start over a practical early first-round pick. Anonymous Jaguars player came out today and said that Urban Meyer was a very toxic and horrible coach. I thought that was already displayed earlier around the season. Like, I think we already knew that. There was a bit of a toxicity around Urban Meyer, and of course he thinks this is Ohio State. Even though it's like when he left Florida, even though the morale in his locker room is probably like when he left Florida. Yeah, I remember. That crap was all around ESPN when he left. When Urban Meyer, after winning 2 BCS national titles, leaving Florida unheard of. And now guess what? Who was the best recent QB to come out of Florida? Felipe Franks. No, thank you. Yeah, he's always had sitting out players all because of minimal mistakes on the field. Just happy environment for majority of the young guys in the locker room. You can't be having that when you're in a rebuilding franchise like the Jacksonville Jaguars. And especially when you have bad morale with young players don't want to play well, or they can't, coexist with a coach that ends up with players playing like shit. You can't have that. I don't know how Doug Peterson is going to do, but you have now a winning coach, and that could affiliate a winning culture. Lots of people bringing back Y2K trends. I thought it's always been the thing to go retro for trends, like when they bring back fanny packs, Erica Badu. Dude, I don't know. If you guys were like raised over from the Y2K era, I would say that a lot of shit was mad different. Even though I feel like it's always been like that. Like, people still dress like it's Y2K even before they try to bring it back. In my opinion. The only thing is that we're more degenerate and hypocritical by now. But we don't want to admit it. You still want to keep that optimism going, Brian? Really? Alright. But they did make some good signings, though. DJ Reed and Tomlinson is great. I agree with that. Getting Ozuma but losing Marcus May is tough. But still suffering over a loss other than getting Jordan Whitehead from Tampa Bay for $14 million for 2 years. That's pretty nice for a serviceable backfielder. Even though I don't think he's notable for getting interceptions. Like, he stops red zone plays. I don't remember Jordan Whitehead having any clutch plays defensively. Especially when the Buccaneers already have a better backfield as it is, in my opinion. Falcons signing Marcus Mariota. Oh, Marcus, dude. So, this could be a key option. Winston, the Saints, because there's still Baker Mayfield on the table. So that's insane. That the Falcons just trade over for an early round pick just to get Mariota later on. That's insane. So, they lose Hayden Hurst. That's their late blooming tight end to Cincinnati. I think that would work more for their scheme anyway. He's a better red zone tight end than Ozuma, in my opinion. Losing Russell Gage is tough, but he's a very good asset. But Mariota, really? That's insane. We could go over the NBA standings right now. I'm also trying to do a rewind on NBA, my NBA. Yes, the series has this next gen. It's just a budget model. If you wanted to have it, it's the minimum of games that can hold as much. It's only 2 terabytes the Xbox Series X has. If you want to extend that over to 15 terabytes to extensify your library and put that over to your storage, that's going to cost you a bit extra. If I were you, go for 3 or 5 terabytes. That's going to be at least the minimum of under $100. But let's go over it. Miami Heat still puts up 47 wins with only 24 losses, in the nearest to 50 wins over the Philadelphia 76ers and Milwaukee Bucks. Boston Celtics creeped around. They were like 25 around December. And, like, look at them. They came from being sub 500 around and being 50-50. People were judging Marcus Smart, the production of Jason Tatum, if he's still the top guy, or thinking Jaylen Brown is just a scorer that they just don't need. And now they're third best. Do I think they're still going to win the finals with the franchise, with the team they still have? No. Sure, Jason Tatum, he deserves his max contract. He's been great, but I don't think he has the production enough to lead a team. Unlike Harden and Embiid, the Cavaliers, hopefully they give me some good highlights in the postseason. They've been shown to be a very promising team. Toronto and Brooklyn, they've gotten the fuck out of there in first round. Brooklyn can probably fight for a second round performance, but that's gonna sweep in with Atlanta and Chicago. And Chicago, they were like what, in the top 5 for 3 months? And look at them, overhyped. They're not falling 7th seed, only over the Brooklyn Nets. I'm telling you, bro. I swear, like, they think Caruso and Jordan are the same damn thing. Knicks are a clown show and they are keeping paid. They match the same record as the fucking Lakers. LeBron broke a scoring record again, and guess what? You forgot they still lost that game by 9 against the Wizards, right? Dropped like 33 points with like at least, 19 assists or something? The biggest thing that happened was a Malik Monk pump dunk, and that was it. Like Westbrook was just shooting around the mid-range. It just felt like nobody was clicking. And guess what? Even when this team is completely healthy, they still play like it's fucking preseason. I don't know what the Lakers are doing. Knicks, I expected that. Even though I feel like both of these teams had the same problem. They just thought they were hot because of last season. Even though the Lakers lost in the first round last season. So they suspected, even if they got Westbrook, and it's like, it doesn't seem like anything's clicking. And we had to trade Isaiah Thomas earlier around November? No, not Isaiah Thomas. You had to trade Rajon Rondo to Cleveland. What happened then? What happened then? Like what? Weren't you guys in a 7-game losing streak? The most you guys ever win is like 3 games up, and then you fall apart against teams like the Wizards. The Hornets can get you guys to an overtime game. Or that triple overtime you had against the Kings back a few months ago. Or when you lost 2-game series against the Thunder around, October? This team is a joke. I mean, sure, Knicks, they had high expectations, but as a mid-season squad, with Derrick Rose and thinking that Julius Randle would produce well. And guess what? Julius Randle's okay, but our depth sucks. I wouldn't mind if we got rid of Mitchell Robinson, let him go to a team where they need a big man. He should work on his offensive production a bit more. He's good at one thing, and that's rebounding. That's it. If he was Jared Allen, I wouldn't be complaining. You can give him to the Pacers or a team that needs big man help. Yeah, I heard Correa went to the Twins, and I think Yankees fans were basically okay without him. And Yankees basically helped the Twins and Correa since the Yankees helped to free up some cap, taking all the Donaldson $50 million contract. Jesus Christ! This is why we shouldn't rely on an owner that basically believe that we should lower the luxury tax. Yeah. Owners will do whatever they want to remain cheap. Owners are no different from your store manager. They'll do anything to minimize their efforts to make sure the associates do more and earn less. And guess what? It's still supposed to profit more for them, or for, i.e., the business. I just don't get it. But I guess that's supposed to help out with some semblance of dealing with freeing up some capital for the trade. I don't think the Yankees have done much to garner any headlines except financially waste everybody's time and just let prime athletes go, even though we've shown that we can get runs, but we can't get fucking stops. Sorry. I promised I wouldn't. And I promised, Brian, did I promise I wouldn't get upset whenever talking about the Yankees? I mean, it's only one thing getting paid. Fucking $1 billion to only play one way of baseball. And that's been the only thing to happen since getting Anthony Rizzo to that deal. And then Yohan Ibar off waivers from Colorado. Then Domingo Germain back a few days ago. But he's out for the IL. So that's nice. I'm so blessed He is. They're not gonna go. Depending on what they feel still gonna be good for the culture of the boys. They just get tired of that fucking club mentality, and they think that they're doing such a well done thing for their reputation, dog. I don't know. They just don't know that they're a disgrace. They don't. I'm trying to check any more news. Because this has just been insane. Yankees waiting to get a shortstop. Volpe to come up, I guess. Okay, I want to hear some stuff about Volpe. Puts up a show with a glove with his spring debut. Well, let's see how he did. And he already allowed. Oh, never mind, he's out. Yeah, I remember when I saw the Pirates game against the Yankees. What the fuck was that? I know I shouldn't be getting upset about spring training, but it was like amateur hour. How we were up 2 runs, and then it was like 2-4 later on, around the middle of the bottom of the 5th. I don't get it. Like, what's gonna get in their heads? Like, they can't be playing like that. I feel, and Red Sox land Story with a 6-year, $140 million deal. Red Sox struck big with a move on Sunday morning, securing the services of an impact right-hand bat that's been looking for free agent Trevor Story, a shortstop who experimented to switch positions in Boston, and yada yada yada, major contract, and Alexander Beauregard's entrenched as a Boston shortstop. Story will likely move to second base once the addition of the Story. Sorry, I had to say yada 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 because of course we already know the contract becomes official, and the Red Sox will have one of the most potential mid infield combos in the game. I need to make sure that I get an aneurysm while still looking at the AL. I still have to. And Zach Pascal's on the Eagles. How much? Interesting. And by the way, isn't this crazy? This is the second time they had a veteran Pro Bowl quarterback on the Colts since Phillip Rivers. That's kind of insane. I'm not trying to like make fun of the Colts. Do what you gotta do. But come on, man. So we're gonna be looking at the offseason Rays, Dodgers, Braves, Blue Jays, Mets, Twins. Twins get high marks. Yankees and Astros need more. After getting Trevor Story, with James Paxton, Rich Hill, and Michael Wacha, while still having Jackie Bradley Jr., Max Shawn, and Jake Dykman. Yankees with Josh Donaldson, still keeping Anthony Rizzo and Isaiah Florfa. They gave us a B. We just got Donaldson. And we kind of saved up over that signing anyway. The Rays somehow... Wait, what were the Rays graded? A after getting Clubber. Oh, yeah, they did get Clubber and Franco. And Tyler Glasnow. Okay. Including their pursuit of Freddie Freeman and Suzuki. You know that wasn't going to happen. Matt Chapman, Kikuchi. I'm shocked that the Rangers didn't make the list. No. Oh no, they're doing this by division. Okay. So somehow the White Sox grabbed the B. No, this is literally Has Been Hotel on crack. The Twins thought that they made. The Angels thought they did it when they got Syndergaard. I swear to God, they're still on Dave Fletcher and thinking they did stuff with Lorenzen. I can't say his name. I cannot pronounce these people. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it as we'll see, Brian. I'm gonna keep it as we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say, because we could say that a team is good on paper. It's all if they can't produce on the field. And don't worry, Matt Olson is an athletic. And Matt Chapman in the vacuum. Oh, dude. Trades in return, the A's receive Bassman, Ellison, and Chapman in the vacuum. Kevin Smith, Patchy, and Kirby Snead. God damn. A D. Mariners got a B for Bobby Ray, Jesse Winker, and Adam Frazier, and Chris Bryant. Makes sense. And the Rangers get an obvious A for Seager, and Graver, and Calhoun. I mean, I would count John Gray, but I've never seen him play. I wonder if we got the lowest rating. I'm just going to switch to the lowest rating, because, of course, I'm going to see a lot of A's and B's. Oh, my God. The Reds got an F. Starting on the bad foot with them salary dumping Tucker, Bernhardt, and Wade Miley. They then attached Iguano Suarez and his underwater contract to Jesse Winker, reducing the return on the latter. Shouldn't feel like a win. The Reds didn't take pennies on the dollar for Joey Vito, Tyler Mala, and Luis Castillo. God damn, Reds, you guys really trying to... And this is funny. I understand we're doing a lot of baseball, guys, but this is just hilarious, because baseball's without a salary cap. So whatever they get, they get. And of course, the small market teams like the Brewers did a C, the Pirates did a D, the Cardinals did a D, Diamondbacks, what do you think? Rockies, of course, they should give the Dodgers an A+. And Padres and Giants did exceptional. And, yep. Yeah, Chris Bryant did get overpaid, in my opinion. Reds are always going to get cheap. Oh, man. Cleveland did nothing for F.A. Dolden. Oh, man. Well, yeah, I'm going to be back finishing up recordings for SmackDown. And, of course, yeah, we have Monday Night Raw. We'll get live for that. We'll talk more wrestling, John. But, yeah, thanks for coming in. A lot of thanks for certain people coming in, getting their comments up. Just like taking a break, talking about wrestling, so I can talk about other stuff. Thank God. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching the DST show.